of talking before I was rudely interrupted. I liked his work, and then I have played some actually really good ones. I'm trying to think of what that I cannot just remember the name to. So, just your classic, fuckery that I can't remember at a time that I need to. But anyway, I do still love his work. It's got like a creepy atmosphere to it. I got a fear of like deep water stuff anyway, so this just works perfect. As always, we're gonna, dude. I am a. They need to work out what action to take next. You will receive no hints of what to do in your investigation, no prompt to visit the mine place, arcades, and you will be notified when you've collected all key evidence. We'll do normal and screw it. I'm a detective. We'll go detective. We'll just do no. We'll go hard. Yeah, make it a little bit more challenging for me. I can change it if it gets too hard. So. Priority on that. One of my favorite stories by H.P. Lovecraft actually is the Shadow over Innsmouth. I think that's what it's called. Actually, no, the volume ain't that bad. Thinking of anything else I just want to say before I start? I don't want to stop talking for a bit. Trying to remember some more H.P. Lovecraft things I've read and stuff, but I seriously just had like a big brain fart. I do that stuff when the heat of the moment. All right, but let's get right into it. Dear Mr. Charles Reed, as you've requested the research the outbursts of hysteria and visions of the city of Oakmount, Mass., it turns out that your assumptions are correct. Such cases are indeed more frequent here. Men and women from across the country are drawn to Oakmount, hunted by visions similar to yours, a city drowning the presence of something great yet unknown. As luck has it, I believe we have stumbled upon the source of your ailment and the person who might help you with it. Prepare yourself, then come to Oakmount as soon as you can. I will meet you here to help you on your way. Whew. No, I thought I had like a timer. I could have just chilled. All right. So do not know what that was about. That was trippy as hell. I thought we were under the ocean, but then like there's something swimming. Bro, Cthulhu.
Never trust a tourist advertisement.
Yeah. God. What are you just gonna open it for me? Alright. That's the second time you've thrown that in my face. Oh, we got some skills? Yeah, okay, so we got like a full ass... I knew it was like a... It said it was like a open world RPG, something like that. I don't know how it's gonna be. Take a picture of it. Chill. And if you swing that sugar in the thing, I think.
Now get out!
Okay, alright. I just got here.
At last, Mr. Charles Reed. What a pleasure to finally meet you in the flesh.
Nice to meet you.
Johannes van der Berg.
Hey.
At your service. I did promise to meet you the moment you arrived.
Ah, much obliged, Mr. Vanderberg. I guess
Sorry,
I didn't
know.
expect you to
I
mean
smoked like
so
4
little.
blunts. before I came,
Please
man.
call me Johannes. But where are my manners? Welcome to the proud city of Oakmont. Alas, now is not its finest hour, though it is its most important.
Oh, good. I got goofy ass people around here. Anyway, I don't know about your problems. What's the deal with the city?
Reaching Oakmont was no easy task. Most maps I found didn't mark it, and this rickety packet ship is the only one that sailed here. Why is that?
Oakmont is no ordinary place. Its unique geographical position and the flood, a recent natural disaster, make it nigh impossible to reach. But you made it, Mr. Reed. I'm sure the tides of fate would have brought you here one way or another.
You said you know someone who can help me with my problem. The visions have been getting worse.
They look like it, buddy.
Such vividness of dreams is not uncommon here in Oakmont. By chance, the man I spoke of, Robert Throgmorton, is already at the port. He has dedicated a lot of time and effort to investigate this issue. Alas, I fear he has a more pressing matter on his hands.
How can I find Mr. Throgmorton?
Don't worry, you can't miss him. Throgmorton tends to stand out from the crowd.
Can you tell me a little about Mr. Throgmorton?
A remarkable creature, scion of a robust bloodline, a philanthropist, a scholar, and the patron of the famous Oakmont University. A man of great ambitions and even greater ego. Do not make him wait.
Tell me about this flood.
It began 6 months ago. Storms raged for several weeks, and the water has risen ever higher without receding. Now the city is cut off from the mainland. I must say I rather like it, despite the inconvenience. Atmosphere, you know?
I'll need a place to lay my head while I'm here. Any recommendations?
Fear not. I've already feathered a nest for you. There's a room in your name at the Devil's Reef Hotel. Here's the key.
Devil's Reef Hotel.
Charming.
Don't judge a book by its cover, Mr. Reed.
What's the best way to get around Oakmont? I'd like to drop my things at the hotel.
Most locals go by foot, or by boat. I've got the latter sorted for you. There's one waiting outside the port.
You're too kind, Johannes. Can you steer me towards the Devil's Reef?
Take this map. I've marked the hotel and a few other key places.
Other places? Like what?
You're a private eye, yes? Well, I've highlighted the police station, city archive, newspaper. Places you'll need to get to the truth. This city is insular. Its ways mysterious. No one will take you by the hand, so you better know where to turn in search of a lead.
How do you fill your days, Mr. Vanderberg?
I host a philosophy
Well, you haven't
club
seen me in Green
for the
Hell, but
like-minded intelligentsia.
I'm pretty much
Gathering
of
seeds of thought,
a master
like
survivalist.
moths drawn to a flame.
Does Oakmont really have much of a market for philosophy these days?
There is no consciousness without pain, Mr. Reed. No better moment for clarity than times of hardship.
Well, goodbye.
That's it for now, I think. Thanks for helping me get my bearings.
No. The pleasure was mine, Mr. Reed.
Oh, before you go, how can I get in touch with you later?
Don't worry about that. I'm the kind of man who finds you.
Yeah, I just do not like to be told that, but thank you.
We'll meet again, Mr. Reed.
Let's see what we got. We got, find Robert. Hotel room. What the heck is that thing? Oh, it's an octopus or squid. How big is this place? It's decent, you know. Is that my key all the way out there? Hospital, asylum, police station. That's City Hall. Oh, okay, I get it now. Let's see what we can get ourselves into. Open mount. Man, y'all got a lot of junk. Just laying around. Now, I'm not saying that's the only issue, but now, I'm trying so hard to think of the other H.P. Lovecraft kind of game, because you play as the detective in that one, too. I can just not think. That was like a first person. That one was like a first person. That 8?
No one leaves the port until my son is found, and that is fine.
Excuse me. Are you Robert Throgmorton?
I am, but not interested. Go away.
The name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator, just arrived from Boston. I was told you might be able to help me.
Private investigator, you say? Well, perhaps we can help each other.
Please forgive the question, but I've never met a man quite like you before.
That's because no man measures up to the Throgmorton lineage. Proud and powerful blood flows through our veins. My father united with a certain royal family, which has blessed all our offspring with these exquisite features.
Alright. So I'll just never ask you about your past again.
Why do you care? What's your angle, outsider?
Well, like I said, I'm a PI.
Exactly.
Finding people is kind of my specialty.
Is it? Well, Albert was part of a deep-sea expedition I commissioned. This useless fool over here says he found Albert washed ashore in a lifeboat. Says he was barely conscious, out of his mind, talking gibberish in some other language. That he even tried to bite him.
And you don't believe him?
Complete malarkey. I know my Albert. I raised him strong and smart, the best of his kind. It couldn't have been him. Albert's disappearance is the work of Innsmouthers. Mark my words.
I've heard you're the man to speak to about visions, outbreaks of hysteria. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it myself.
Another newcomer with another problem. Yes, I know what you speak of.
Can I ask you a few questions?
How dare you? My son Albert is missing, and no one in this Innsmouther-ridden city will do a damn thing. But yes, let's talk about your dreams.
Well, I'm sorry.
I take it you're not the biggest fan of these Innsmouthers.
Those fish-faced freaks have overrun this city since the police burned Innsmouth to the ground. But now, those filthy migrants occupy half this damn city. The port, Grimhaven Bay, Salvation Harbor, the shells. They are everywhere.
So they're just refugees?
Hardly. They've taken work from the local fishermen. They stir and agitate against us, thinking they are a big stinking pile of trouble.
Mr. Throgmorton, let me help you. I'm rather good at tracking down missing people. I'll find Albert.
What makes you think you can do it? Oakmont is not
I got a
exactly
gun.
friendly to new arrivals.
Let's just say I tend to see things that others miss. And anyway, what have you got to lose? Sounds like you could use every man you can get.
Vera.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Sorry, did you just say Vera? What does that mean?
You had better get used to the Oakmont dialect, outsider. That is, if you want to fit in. It is a fascinating blend. Vera means fine. I was saying, we have a deal.
I see. Thank you. I need to know more about what happened to Albert.
Tane, did you not listen at all? I already told you everything. After leaving on the expedition, Albert was found on the shore in a lifeboat. This fisherman supposedly brought him to their house, and then left to call me. But when I arrived here, my son was nowhere to be seen.
Anything else?
Clearly, something suspicious occurred inside the house. I suggest you stop dawdling and go see for yourself.
Where's the house where this all happened?
For Kay's sake, I thought you were a private eye. Was standing right in front of it.
Well, in my defense,
You
I just
mentioned
got here.
the lifeboat. Is it still around?
Yes. Face the house, then to the left is a beach that borders a fence. You'll find it there.
As much as I'm enjoying the weather, Mr. Throgmorton, it's time for me to get started.
Find my son, newcomer, and be quick about it.
Okay, so let's see what we got.
Don't do anything stupid, newcomer. And keep your hands where I can see them.
You didn't even say anything. Oh. Oh.
Huh. This dog mat looks better than the owner's bed.
And that's, it says a lot about the owner.
Huh. This dog mat looks better than the owner's bed. Huh. This dog mat looks
I
better
don't mean
than
to
the
say
owner's
it
bed.
again.
The book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for. The book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for.
Instead of stairs, he's just got like a giant ass boat. Ew. You got 2 bathtubs? Oh, you scared the hell out of me.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
Hello? Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, my head. What? Who are you? Are you police? I've already told them everything.
It's okay. I'm Charles Reed, Private Eye. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son.
Oh, okay. What do you want?
I want to know what happened here. Every detail.
I don't remember much. Me, Paul, and Lewis. We were here. This is our house. Barry was outside on his business. Then he came back carrying Throgmorton's son. He was unconscious, barely breathing. Barry left again to call Mr. Robert.
Then what?
We put the guy in Lewis's room. And he started to make these horrible sounds, and okay, my head began to burst, and he woke up. And after that, I don't remember a thing, just dreams. Drowned streets, a sleeping giant, a voice that called me.
Dreams. Oh my goodness.
Sounds familiar.
What dreams?
Tell me about yourself.
Name's Will Hammond. I'm a fisherman. We all are. Live here together. Me, poor fella Paul, Barry, and Innsmouther Lewis Flynn. We moved here after the flood. I worked on the railroad, but the rail ain't kicking anymore, so I started fishing. It was add or starve.
Who's this
Kay?
Kay you keep mentioning?
Outsiders, show some respect. Kay is our lord, our light, our love.
Sorry, I didn't know. Where are all the other guys?
That's Paul there on the floor. Kay be with him. Barry's outside with Mr. Throgmorton. Lucky rascal missed everything. And I have no idea what Lewis or Throgmorton's son got to. Starting to suspect the worst.
Do you know how Paul died?
I don't know. When I pulled myself together, he was...
I'll leave you to it.
Please,
Take care of yourself.
Detective, sir, tell me the truth. Could it be me? Did I kill Paul? Or... did I kill him?
I don't know yet, Will. The police will stop anyone coming in or out of here, so I suggest you just try and get some rest.
I'm afraid of what I might dream.
Choo-choo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Choo-choo.
Oh, goodness. There's this giant hole in the floor.
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp. I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
That is... I don't know what's happening.
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
There's something down there. Oh, there you go.
Glenna, Nechri, Glenna, Gebheil, Nukulina, Haften.
Seems like Prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much. Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work. There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
So that's my insanity meter. Nice, nice. I don't know what the hell just happened.
What's happening?
Alright, so this happened first. If I can mark it first. And then...
Take this, ape face.
Oh, was it him that actually did it?
Yeah, run!
Okay, let's see what we have here.
Take this, ape face. Yeah, run!
When Albert Throgmorton woke up, he was not himself. He attacked the fishermen, and his hysteria spread to them. When he got wounded, he fled.
Oh, goodness gracious. Alright. Combine clues. I already attacked the fisherman. Albert was dangerous. I shall return. Yeah. I've returned. What do you keep saying mine place for? Follow the omens. I think we're good. I think we're good. Well. Look what we have here. Well, we checked out that place. He said to the left of this. Ooh, almost messed up.
There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee. So the fisherman pursued Albert, even let off a few shots. Even though Albert was wounded, he managed to climb that high. Robert wasn't exaggerating when he said he raised him strong.
Super strength. Oh, H, that same symbol.
There's something in the pocket.
Lewis, please just give me one more week. I know I owe you, but I'm underwater like everyone else right now. I don't have enough to stock to operate the bar smoothly with the fuzz snapping about the port. Don't worry, I'm struck a nice deal with the proper people and should have a steady supply channel soon. Just one more week and I'll return everything with double interest.
The blood is fresh. Whomever it belongs to could not have got far.
Let's check out the upstairs first. Alright, so the upstairs didn't really have anything.
The door won't budge.
Oh my goodness. Well. Alright, you son of a... Screw it, bring it. Heck is this thing? Is this a... crap, is this a sun? Ain't good, ain't good, ain't good.
One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate.
Let's chill out.
One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate.
Guess wrong time to take a picture. Let's see, bar owner is in debate to Lewis. think this is it.
Where's your Oberon, huh, Titania?
Yep.
Something with this helmet gives me chills. What's wrong with it?
No. Should have never done that. Everything should have remained in that cave. Professor, I fear that would become a singing in my brain, dancing on eyelids every time I close my eyes. The cycle goes on and on and on and on and on and on. In the end, it comes. I must warn everyone. I must tell my father. He's here. All right. The bar.
Mr. Throgmorton, I've encountered something,
What? I don't have all day.
some unusual creatures, and they sure weren't friendly.
You've seen a wild beast, Mr. Reed. I'm somewhat surprised to see you still alive. Those unsettling things appeared after the flood. I've commissioned a few studies on them, but we know little more than when we started. They're aggressive, but fortunately not immune to gunfire.
Yeah, I learned that firsthand.
Try to avoid them when possible. And when you can't, keep your weapons handy.
Mr. Throgmorton, I found this in the lifeboat. Looks like it's your son's will.
Give it to me. Oh, my boy, what did you get yourself into? If only I hadn't sent you on that cursed expedition.
Your son
Mr.
was murdered.
Throgmorton, I'm afraid I have bad news.
No.
Yeah, I found your son in the basement of a nearby warehouse. I'm sorry, but he was murdered. Shot in the head and the body hidden.
No. It cannot be true. No, no, no. I don't believe it. No.
My condolences, Mr. Throgmorton. I had hoped for a happier outcome.
Your condolences will not bring him back. So much of our blood spilled for nothing. So much effort in vain. My poor Albert. Tell me you know who did it. I want to look him in the eyes, make him beg for mercy.
I don't know exactly. I have some suspects, but I need to investigate further.
What kind of private eye are you?
A thorough one. When I find him, I'll tell you.
Fine. No one leaves the port until then. Find me that dirtbag and I'll help you with anything you need.
All right. to the... I see it. What do we got back here? Anything neat?
Oh, yeah. Hey, got a spare bullet, fella? I ain't eaten in days. Oh, yeah. Hey, got a spare bullet, fella?
You look familiar, but old Billy hasn't seen you around.
Well, Billy, you have now. Where am I going? I'm going somewhere. What's 1, 2, and 3? What's this about? Oh, almost fell. Back here. Nothing. We're gonna... Thought we found a way for a second. The glitch, but... Is it just a hole in the ground? What is this? I wasn't supposed to fall in here. And I'm regretting my decision. Well, folks, this was something else. Oh, did I have to go through here again? Really? Oh yeah. Oh no, no, oh, thank goodness. Oh, making my way downtown.
I gave you clear instructions,
All right.
did I not?
Ugh, I'll miss the carpenter's food giveaway with this darn port closure.
Stay alert. Monsters lurk underground. They're everywhere.
Come closer, troubled soul. Let me tell you what your future holds.
You're some kind of, fortune teller?
Yes, my dear, yes. Oh, it's so clear. Your path holds many surprises, newcomer.
Seems a little generic, don't you think?
I see many things, boy, and I will tell you them in detail for a small fee.
All right, how much? $1?
Your money has no value here, newcomer. After the flood, Oakmonters deal in the practical. Booze, smokes, and bullets. And I'll make it easier for you. I don't smoke.
Let's hear what my future holds.
Good. Let me focus. The sea will be generous in the coming days. Many gifts delivered, and many will regret partaking.
I don't think I follow.
I see old and new. A hard heart against an iron will. Whoever wins, you win too. But you'll only see that from inside a metal cage. And tall pillars circled by the dead. A race from one to the next as time itself laughs.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
You are welcome. I can't wait to see what you do.
Welcome to Under the Keel. What do you want?
I'm looking for a man by the name of Lewis Flynn. Any chance he's here?
Yeah.
As it happens, I know you owe a debt to Mr. Flynn. Trouble is, I found your note near the dead body of Albert Throgmorton, son of Robert. So, it seems Lewis is in trouble. Might have even come here to hide. But you hand him over and he won't be back to collect what you owe. Get me?
Throck. That would explain the blood. Fine. If it gets me out of this mess, you can have him.
So?
He's upstairs. Here's the key. You gotta promise to deal with him, once and for all. But save the shooting for outside, huh?
Smart man. There's your good deed for the day. I've seen some unsettling creatures around. Like nothing I've ever encountered. What are they?
So you met a wild beast, newcomer. No one knows what they are, but consider yourself lucky to still be in one piece. They arrived in the flood. Some say they come from the sea. Others that they are Kay's punishment for us.
And what do you say?
If it bleeds, you can kill it. Keep your gun handy. And if you want to erase the memory, I sell a perfect cure right here. Remember, better to be a coward and live than brave and dead. Unless you're a newcomer.
Bye.
All right. Let's go say hi to Lewis.
Don't do that again.
I'm sorry. We're just gonna ignore the fact that there's a giant ass hole that I fell through earlier, but what are you gonna do?
What the? Get the... Oh. Hey, who are you? What are you doing?
What the hell are you?
Charles Reed, private investigator. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son Albert, so I think you know why I'm here.
Throg.
That ugly ass
bartender. It was all that crazy ape's fault. You hear me?
Calm down. I only want to speak, for now. But no, if you reach for your gun, you'll hit the floor faster than you can say poetic justice.
I got nothing to hide.
Start at the beginning. What happened?
We were in our house, me, Paul, and Will. Barry'd gone to the sea. Though I told him that it would only bring bad luck. If he'd listened to me, we'd all still be alive.
Come on, Lewis. Focus.
Right. Well, Barry dragged that damn ape to our house. He was bragging about how much Mr. Throgmorton would give us for saving his son. That ape, he was out cold. Then woke in an instant and started screaming, attacking us. After that, can't remember a thing.
What kind of...
Well, I just want to know.
Why do you... Your face, it's,
Oh, so you're here to attack me just because I look different?
No, look, okay.
I knew this. To your friends?
I knew this was where this
What's
was going.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't know how to ask. I've just never met someone like you before. I didn't mean any offense.
Innsmouther's bodies were blessed by the sea. You're gonna see a lot of us here, so you better get over it. We are proud of who we are.
You shot to kill. No warning, no second chances. You pursued Albert even after he fled. Why?
I can't remember it. When he woke, it was like a bloody mist descended over me. First thing I recall after is that darn warehouse and me covered in blood. I had no idea what happened, though. I suspected it had something to do with that ape. Turns out, I was right.
I hear there's a bit of a feud between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons. Care to fill me in?
Those apes hated us from the moment we arrived in Oakmont. Our home was destroyed. We just needed a place to stay. The Blackwood Grand family sheltered us, but others were not as hospitable. We needed jobs, food, and medicine. the city denied it all.
And so?
We had to fight for every crumb of bread. And those Throgmortons in their high castle only made our life harder, always conspiring behind our backs, always setting people against us. I'd love to see them suffer like we suffered.
The things you did to Albert don't look like a bloody rage. A fatal shot to the head, a hidden body. One might start to wonder if it was deliberate.
Well, I don't know what to say. I wasn't myself.
You mentioned a grand family. What do you mean?
So you're a newcomer, huh? Explains a lot.
Yeah, a newcomer with a gun. Answer the question.
Okay. People here are crazy about bloodlines and tradition and reputation. The head honchos of Oakmont are called the Grand Families. There's the Carpenters, who control most of the city's underworld, the Blackwoods, who share kin with Innsmouthers through the Marsh family.
And let me guess, the Throgmortons.
Right, those filthy apes. Now that most of the Blackwoods are gone, there's nobody left to protect us Innsmouthers.
I think I've got all I need.
Please, Mr. Reed, don't tell Throgmorton about me. I know I'm in no position to ask. I didn't want to do whatever it is I did. Honest, have mercy, please. I have a family. Without me, they'll starve.
This is not exactly cut and dry. I need some time to think.
Perhaps I can offer something to grease your grinds. I still have a few bullets on me.
A few bullets? Ooh, no.
You think you're the first person to offer me a bribe?
Please, Mr. Reed.
Now, don't try my patience further, Mr. Flynn.
Please, I told you the truth, I swear.
Lewis was mentally affected and can control his actions. So losing people suffered at the hands of Thurman. That could be. So everybody pretty much acted. So he was mentally affected. Oh, I see what we're doing. Ooh. Yeah, I think he was somewhat aware because
Please, I told you the truth, I swear.
I'll see what I can do. I'll see.
You want a drink? You want a drink?
Saving.
I tracked the murderer down, but he was attacked by those things prowling the back alleys. They tore him apart. It was that Innsmouther fisherman, Lewis. He was covered in your son's blood. That may have attracted the beasts.
Are you certain the body is his?
Beyond any doubt. All that's left of him is a heap of flesh and this scrap of cloth. It's from his jacket. Just ask his friends.
Alas, this was my revenge to exact, not some wild beast's. Something must be done about those pests. Still, justice has been served. This isn't closure, but at least I know now the story. Thank you.
Mr. Throgmorton, I hate to press you, but do you think you could help me now?
Yes, you've earned it. Gay to think a newcomer barely off the boat solves a crime the police couldn't, but I digress. Remind me, what brought you to Oakmont?
I think I'm going mad, Mr. Throgmorton. I see things, visions, and I needed to stop. I was drawn here, or guided, or I don't know. But I believe the source of this madness is here, in Oakmont.
You're not wrong, Mr. Reed. An inexplicable hysteria spread through Oakmont after the flood. I funded an expedition to explore recent geological activity that may be responsible.
A geological expedition? I'm not sure I follow.
I have reason to believe the flood and this madness have the same source. As above, so below. So I sent men to find out.
Do these cases of hysteria involve shared visions as well?
Since the flood, many Oakmonters have had similar nightmares. Indeed, Professor Doe, the expedition leader, complained of them herself.
Waterlogged ruins with unnatural architecture, a sleeping giant, drowned streets, and a voice calling from the depths.
Her words exactly. She proposed the expedition, desperately wanting to find the cause.
You mentioned the flood. You think it's more than just a natural disaster.
You weren't here, Mr. Reed. What happened defied scientific explanation.
Has your expedition found anything?
I do not know. Albert was part of it. His passing cannot be coincidence. Why was he alone at the port? And where are the others?
You think your son was killed because the expedition uncovered something?
Is it so hard to believe? I had no news for a week, then Albert, the only one I could trust, comes ashore and is killed.
It does sound suspicious.
Mr. Reed, I want you to find out what's going on. I expect you're as interested in the expedition's results as I am.
If I'm going to look into this, I'll need to know more. Where should I start?
I'll give you the address of the expedition's headquarters and a key.
That's all you can tell me?
Let me be clear, Reed. You do not speak to me like that again.
I'm sorry, Mr. Throckmorton. I just meant the more I know, the better.
I am a busy man. I funded the research, but left all preparations to Professor Doe and Albert. When you've finished, come see me at the Throgmorton family manor. It's in Old Grove. Here, I'll show you.
What about my expenses?
They will be reimbursed after you complete your task. And of course, you've earned some compensation for your work here at the port. I'll also include a fair advance in bullets.
Bullets?
The dollar lost its use here, Mr. Reed. After the flood, Oakmont returned to bartering. Bullets mean more than bills.
Alright. First case solved. Let's see. Is northern crossroad at the crossroad of Alright. I think I pretty much look everywhere over here. Goodness. Let's go. Let's get out of here. Nope. We're in, buddy. Well, I didn't see that coming. They ended up at the hotel. Yep. Dang, I just walked. Yep.
how much of this I chug down, the visions always return.
What is this? Legend, one drain.
Crew of the Cyclops. Semper Fortis, brothers.
I don't know what exactly sank the USS Cyclops. Only remember the screams in the middle of cracking, water filling the deck, and my headache. The worst I've ever had. I found myself among the floating seaweed, drowning. A nearby piece of the boat helped me survive and reach the shore of a small island. They found me on it later, starving, half mad, and babbling about the ancient Romans and their denizens. The official said none of what I thought I'd seen was real. But my memories are true. My strange powers gained after that ordeal proved it. I found something horrible on the island, something old and dark and slithering that still haunts me. Well, that was me. I don't know why. I was like, dang, who's going? Who is this?
Never again, they say.
Mr. Reed, you were the rare example of a man who treated one of my kind humanly, and I feel as though I have to pay the debt to you. Take this as a friendly advice. Run, save your life, and leave this dark city to the depths. Don't dig into the secrets, for they're not worth it. There's nothing good left here. I believe you can find a way to escape. Please heed my words.
Makes this place feel more like home. I miss Boston already.
Yo, King Gang. They can't get here now. Now there's only me and these nightmares a little longer, and I'll figure them out. Mr. Archer, I've seen you dragging things into your room, man. The floors, I'll make you pay for any stress you leave your landlord.
The door won't budge.
See if I can find any more rooms I can break into. So lighthouses out, sewer ships have gotten lost at sea, and some are now decorating the city's breaches. That's one thing. But there's an enterprising fellow at the city port hiring salvages to recover ships. He's turning a tiny profit selling them. It can't be a coincidence. Need to look into it. Now if only this city was so impossible to navigate. Awesome.
Finally, you're awake. Gotta tell you, though, mister, you want to stay on here, you stop making all that noise.
What noise?
Noise? What? What noise are you talking about?
I expect my guests to be respectable. Moans, chanting, all that kind of thing. It stops, all right?
Yeah, sorry about that. I don't really remember what happened, but I'll do my best.
Yeah? Well, next time it happens, you end up sleeping under the bridge like the other newcomers.
You're not exactly friendly with your guests. Aren't we the ones keeping you in business?
All these newcomers after the flood, they're stark raving mad.
What do you mean?
You can't imagine the crazy notes and books I find after they move out. Only thing they're good for is lighting the kitchen stove.
Can I have a look?
I knew it. I tell you, no one sane would be interested. And you want to take a look? Well, fine. Take what you wish. I'm watching you, newcomer.
I bet you are. These are other newcomers. Okay, after this vision, I shake and figure the sound of the child's cry. Alright, then that's where we will go in the next episode. See if I can read today. I fell asleep in the street. I'm sure it's connected to my vision somehow. I felt his mouth was full of bittersweet. Yep. We will continue this game. See how it keeps going. I like it so far. I forgot that I passed out. But yeah, we will pick back up here next time.